For me, what makes it jump to the next level, it's just me as an artist of color, is when you tell a story that is expansive in terms of the races and the ages. It, for some reason, it doesn't feel like a story that is just a story about very, very specific person and race. It becomes more expansive in storytelling. One thing for me that strikes me are the lives of the maids joining with the lives of the Caucasian women that they work for, that their lives intertwine, and the backdrop of history rises it to the level of making a larger statement than even the personal story. Race enters the picture, and then all of a sudden it rises to a different level, you know? And that's what happens as soon as Skeeter says, I want to write this book from the maid's perspective. That is the moment that it becomes bigger than what it was, than it is. That it becomes less of a personal story and more of a universal story, more of a statement. And, you know, they say that the true definition of the word compassion is suffering with. You suffer with. That's the true nature of it. And that's what happens as soon as they use that kind of device of Skeeter writing the book. Is all of a sudden, she wants to be a writer. That was the intention. But what ends up happening is they enter each other's lives and we all suffer with each other. I think that we have a tendency, just in human nature, to sweep things under the rug and to get over things. You know, I always say we either revise or erase our history. Very often do we just face it and tell the truth about it. I think once you face it, tell the truth about it, there's something about it that you can overcome. But we have a 350-year history of racism, sexism in this country, and that we still see the effects of it today. That's the conversation that it sparks for me. That's the discourse that it sparks. And it's something about talking about something, getting it out, revealing it for what it is, slaying that demon. For me, that's when you could tap into your extraordinary strengths. It is about ordinary people who tap into what is extraordinary about themselves. That's why. I think that everyone, when they're born, have a sense that they want it all. That there is nothing that's impossible. You know, that's what is promised to us in the American dream. Promised. I mean, not a guarantee, but kind of a possibility. And I don't think at some point in our lives, we either do not pick up the sword and become the hero and slay the dragons and tap into what's extraordinary about ourselves. We just kind of say, okay, we're kind of limited by our finances, our class, our sex, our race, and we just kind of, or it's just too much hard work, and so we just kind of give up on it. What made a difference between me getting to a place of abject poverty, living in condemned buildings with rats and not seeing any possibility, to getting to where I am today is someone threw me a rope. Someone actually, literally looked in my eyes and saw me and validated me, and asked me if I had dreams. And not just asked me, said that, okay, if you want to do that, what is the next step? And can I help you? And that if it were not for that, for someone throwing me a rope, I would not be where I am today, even with the big dreams, even with the working hard, is that you need help. The help. It carries so many kind of different messages along with it. Someone has to give you permission. Someone has to give you permission to dream.